Just checking and making sure my stream's actually working. Yes, I think it is. Cool. Very awesome. Back for another stream. I don't have much else. Don't have any plans for this one. I haven't been posting a lot this week. Very awesome. So yeah, just come on. Back for another stream. Say hello. I don't have much else. Don't be afraid to send me a message. Hang on, I just haven't muted my stream so we don't have any echoes. It's good to be here once again. I'm just going to go to my stream questions and see if anyone's left me anything that they want me to talk about. No, you guys have got to start using the live stream request box, by the way. If you want me to address anything in particular, all you have to do is go to my website ahead of time, go down to that, click there, and then go down to the bottom, and you can click that and put some shit in there, and I might talk about it on the stream. That'd be good. Anyway, I'm just going back to there. Feel free to say hi. I don't actually know if anyone's even connected. My Twitch lags a bit. I think there's a few of you out there. But yeah, just start firing off your comments and stuff. In the meantime, I'll just talk random crap. So I only did one post this week. Which was Nugu Alert. Which I try and do a Nugu Alert. Oh, hi there. Yes, it's my best friend too. I try and do a Nugu Alert I try and do it once a month. That's generally the goal, but it usually ends up being a little bit less than once a month. And I'll probably do more if there are people that are really popular, but yeah, no, maybe not. It's hard to find really good videos for Nugu Alert, actually. They've got to have that real Nugu quality to them. Like A-Forces of Wonder Woman is a good example of a video which just has Nugu Alert written all over it. That's the sort of stuff that I'm usually looking for, just real cheap stuff. But these videos are pretty good. Trot Girl is someone linked me that, asked on my Ask FM, actually asking me a completely different question of which I've forgotten what it is. And I don't think I ended up answering the question because I thought, well, I'll probably just use it in this post anyway. If you ask a question about a video that I haven't talked about yet, and I don't answer it, it's probably because it's either going in Roundup or it's going in Nugu Alert. And the Nugu Alert ones I tend to save for a while and then put them in. So Trot Girl are kind of interesting. Because if you just search up Trot Girl, you get a whole bunch of fan cams of Trot Girl, which is worth doing, and they play on this stage here. I see this particular stage with the with this particular light layout and this circle here, with all these sort of adult K-pop girl groups. Every time I go to their fan cams, like Pocket Girls do a whole bunch of performances in front of this exact same stage, so I don't know where this venue is, but they just seem to be the Nugu girl group, Nugu adult girl group venue. Does that say Nugu? I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll just show you what I mean. Here you go, Pocket Girls fan cam. It's the same. I don't know if yeah, it's exactly the same stage. The circle's over here on the right now, so it must be you know, really popular. That must be where they all go to perfect their chops, all the new girl groups. Yeah, Rani was on that stage as well. There's been a few, and yeah, it must be like $50 to play on that stage or something, or one of those places where you can just go and get a gig and they'll have you. So that's Trot Girl. So I'm amazed I didn't hear about them before. I thought I would have heard about them browsing K-pop Fab or something like that, but there you go. Yeah, and this one's kind of, this girl's really funny because she it's just hardcore Aegyo. I love this shot right here. Here, like she's totally just in the backyard of the studio where there's overgrown weeds, and it's just the most unscenic little corner, and she's just pretending like she's, you know, having the greatest time of known to mankind, just sitting there among the fucking weeds that no one could be bothered cutting, just sort of swaying around to this song and grinning. And here she is in the studio. Boring studio shots ever. Yeah, and I was real happy because I identified the studio plugin they're using on the vocals, which is where exactly the video is it. Yeah, there we go. There, that thing there is the Waves API 2500, which is this thing. So that's like a compressor for the vocals, and they're just running it through that. I'm sure they're not actually recording the song at the same time they're shooting the video. It just probably just happened to be up, but yeah, it's a bit sad when I can actually recognise something like that from a music video. I don't tend to talk about geek stuff and studio stuff much because I think it would bore a lot of people. It would fly over the heads of most people, and also just being a gear faggot's just really, you know, it's like being a vocal faggot. You know, it doesn't really matter. A lot of these studio toys do the same shit. Really, it's more important to understand what they do than it is to, you know, crap on about how, you know, thing A works better than thing B or whatever. So that's why I don't get really heavily into that. People ask me stuff like that. They ask me similar things like, you know, what headphones do I like and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, yeah, there's lots of good options. So I'm not going to go out there and say, oh, you know, the way I do it is best or whatever, because, you know, there's plenty of people with different studio setups that work for them, and I certainly haven't played with even 1% of all the gear that's out there. So I try and keep that sort of stuff down to a dull raw so the blog's actually readable and not just a bunch of technical crap. People have talked about my focus on songs and composition as composition fagging and stuff, but it really isn't, because I really try and avoid getting deep into it because it's so alienating. There was some blog that somebody wrote about where they were analysing 2NE1's I Am the Best, and they really got fully hardcore into the music theory of it to a point which I didn't even think was particularly justified. I'll see if I can find it for you. I can't remember can't remember who wrote it. Thoughtful paper. No, this isn't it. And yeah, they just went so far into the music theory angle that it was just that they were really putting things in there that, in my opinion, weren't really even there. Like talking about mixed modes and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't remember where it is, and it doesn't matter. But I'm sure some of you have read it. Anyway, that's that one. And this last one was cool. This is really funny, this video, because it's the whole thing, everyone's on their phone the whole time. You can tell it's totally a video made in 2018, because every single scene has a mobile phone in it. These people are obsessed with their phones. And it's got this such an old worldy vibe, like it should be like the song should be in some sort of historical period drama. Everyone's sitting there playing with their fucking phone. It's such a weird clash. I don't mind the song. The songs are all pretty good when you realise this time, not bad. I mean, like most trot stuff, it's just a bit overdone. So don't know the meaning of subtlety. don't know the meaning of musical subtlety whatsoever. But the actual bare bones of the songs is reasonably good this time around for all the songs. So yeah, anyway, that's enough about New Alert, because people don't really read it, so you probably don't want to listen to me talk about it either. But yeah, not many people were into the trot content that I put out on my blog, and and with New Alert, I get pretty lame sort of stats out of it. All right, so this is my hit rates for the last few weeks. That peak, that's a roundup. And that's my normal sort of reading, and then New Alert, and then it's sort of going down a little bit, and that's pretty normal. And every time there's a little spike, that's roundup. There's roundup there. Yeah, roundup over here. So, and I've got reasonably good stats to tell me what what people like and what they don't like. And it's pretty obvious people don't like New Alert. Has any K-pop idol breast slipped out of... These are all the... Every now and again on my Twitter I post, here's how someone found K-Populous blog today. And has any K-pop idol breast slipped out of, I don't know, clothing, I guess? Let's just go a bit deeper into that. Yeah. That's good. It's a good question. Do you think I should answer that question in a blog? I think so. So these are just things that people pump into Google or whatever, and somehow they get to my blog. And yeah. 2 question marks. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to address this in a post. So look forward to it. He's pretty keen, isn't he? People think I just make this stuff up, but I really don't. If I do a search, I can probably find the one that I wrote about. Here's a good one. I hate K-pop fans. Sorry, fuck you. That's great. Yeah. Photo of a teacher with big breast and big bomb fucked in the school by teacher, student, or anybody. Yeah, it's just a gift that keeps on giving my stats. That's why I do a roundup every year of them. There's so many good things that people search and they wind up on my blog. I feel slightly sorry for them because, I mean, even though I talk about these things and I don't really care that much about the FAP content or whatever. It's mainly just for jokes and having fun, and I'm not as earnest about it as K-pop FAP is, or as a lot of people are, and actually it's that earnestness that I'm taking the piss out of in a lot of my posts. This idea that everyone's so incredibly excited when someone's shows a bit of skin that's really quite minuscule. So I just think it's really, I mean, especially coming from the background I come from in the Western music industry, and having seen some pretty wild stuff happen on stage, and then people going on about the K-pop stuff like it's a big deal, and it's really not. So it's always good, Christopher the Mill, in terms of writing posts, because the people who really want to see sort of that kind of content don't often have that greater sense of humour, and the people who really are offended by that sort of content definitely don't have a great sense of humour. So the posts I do are sort of not really catering to either of those groups. The main focus of the blog is humour, unlike I don't know, Asian Junkie or something like that, which is not very funny. As a straight female K-pop fan, it's fascinating. The stuff they get excited over never ceases to surprise me. Yeah. I agree. They very, very, they very, very small amount of stuff gets them excited. But I guess it's that effect of conservatism and stuff like that. If you never ever see anything, if you see a little bit, then you get excited. It's a bit like why those military guys sort of go crazy when they see Nine Muses or whatever, and they're just dancing in regular K-pop gear. And they move their butt a bit, and then everyone's like, it's because, they've been spend the last 3 months, with nothing but other guys around, so I guess, it means something more. But yeah, it's definitely pretty not, and, it's not that explicit, it's pretty PG rated stuff that people get all excited about. And that's why, so on the one hand, I'm not really giving those people exactly what they want. I mean, if you clicked on my boobs posts thinking that you were going to get, a lot of, FAP content or whatever, you'd be pretty let down if that's why you were reading it. But on the other hand, if you were really offended by that sort of stuff, you could still be easily offended by my posts. So it just sort of annoys everybody, which is, great, of course, because, these people totally deserve to be annoyed because they're making such a fuss over nothing on both sides of the argument, right? So yeah, that's that. What else have I got to say? Not a lot. Let's go to Asian Junkie. That picture of Ellie, by the way, is someone asked me if I thought she'd had surgery. I don't think so. She's always, had a good body and all that sort of stuff. Ice Bucket Challenge is starting to trend again. So if there's enough of these videos, I'm going to do another roundup of the second lot of Ice Bucket Challenge videos. We'll see how much traction it gets. Asian Junkie drooling over Dreamcatcher, as usual. I thought this is funny. This is from the bias list. So it's not Asian Junkie's writing. So in other words, it's actually, he can actually write, but he. But the title of it, is certainly aesthetic. you can't use the word aesthetic like that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's a fangirl way of using that word. You can't say something's aesthetic. Something has a certain aesthetic, you can, but you can't just say it's aesthetic. So I gave him shit about it, which is here. So yeah, so that's what happens when Asian Junkie doesn't pay his writers. They don't have enough money. They can't educate themselves in what proper word usage is, and so they start thinking that aesthetic is a word that can be used like that when it fucking can't. So get your shit together. What else is on this site? It's sad that this is the only site I can go to, but most of the others I'm boycotting. Oh, After School Orange Caramel are done, as if you didn't know. 69 comments. Why is Asian Junkie always got to be problematic? Let's give him shit about that. This is live, me giving Asian Junkie shit. Feel very privileged. I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to go to good old MS Paint, I think. Because I don't know how to do the red circle quickly and easily in Photoshop. Alright, nice red colour, circle. Looks good enough. So there we go. He'll probably delete that. He deletes about 50% of the stuff that I put up on his site. And he hasn't banned me yet, which is, I guess I'm thankful for. Speaking of which, Shampoo Buzz hasn't banned me either. I can still post on that. So I don't know why. So, but there you go, live trolling of AJ. That's what you wanted on this stream, isn't it? Do you love 101? Vote above to listen to 5 101 hits. What if you don't love them? Then why would you want to? What if I click no? I'll click no. What happens? And now it's asking me my opinions on the songs. Like, I already told you I don't like them. So, I don't know, get fucked. This is so stupid. What else have we got? Not much. Unexciting stuff. Orange Caramel is done, fucking yes. What do you even care? Who cares who's done or who's not? I mean, it doesn't really matter because, you know, the people who wrote all the Orange Caramel songs are still writing songs. And the company that had Orange Caramel still exists. So what does it matter? Also, I thought you liked Trot. How can you like Trot and not like Orange Caramel? They're pretty much Trot with a beat, half of their songs. You never liked Orange Caramel, you're nuts. You know, good. But then you've got ridiculously biased views anyway. Like you decide that you like or you don't like a particular group, and then it doesn't matter what that group does. You either like it or you don't like it because of your preformed opinion. You know, like a group you don't like is Luna, and a group you do like is, I don't know, just pick a group you do like. But if they got a song that Luna had, you'd love it, and if Luna had a song that they had, you'd hate it. So I take your opinions with a very large grain of salt. Well, you know, Hint had Tang Tang Tang, which some of you pointed me out a while ago. Which is, I mean, this is an Orange Caramel song.
Let
really.
the dancing begin.
No, it's completely true. You're completely biased against. Orange Caramel could make the best song in the fucking world, and you would hate it. Or Luna could, you'd hate it, and you wouldn't be able to get yourself past your hatred of those groups to say, okay, the song's alright, which is exactly what fangirls are like, and that's what a lot of them are like. A lot of people in general who like K-pop are like. It's more about, you know. They're like people who go for sport teams, right? Where, you know, they just, yeah, if you like a sport team, then you're completely you're completely biased right from the word go, because that's the whole point of being into a sport team, right? There's no reason to like one more than the other, except maybe where you live or whatever. You know, they all do the same shit. They all kick balls between posts to varying degrees. So I'm yet to see that. I want to see you like a OC song or a Luna song. I mean, they don't all have. This should be easy enough for you to do, because they all have different songwriters working for them at different times. So the law of probability states that any group that has multiple people working for them doing multiple different types of genres is eventually going to have A, a really good song, and B, a really bad song. So, you know, so when someone's saying, oh, you know, I don't like blah or whatever, then it's like, yeah, you do. You just don't know it. Or you haven't found something that you like or whatever. I mean, you know, even BTS has a good song. So, you know, it can happen. Yeah, I know, stop fucking up my stream with your stupid biased opinions that no one cares about. Who cares if you like a group or not? Doesn't matter. Go post about fucking politics. Spam my Twitter feed with, you know, shit like you usually do. Anyway, hey, anyone can interject here, you know what I mean? I don't mind. I'm only talking to this clan because none of you others are talking, right? So, you know, if you want the stream to go in a particular direction, then type something in, make it go there. Anyway, I don't have much more to say. I'll give you a couple more minutes before I head off. I didn't get anything in the request box. Put something in the request box if you'd really like to hear me address something, and I will. Yeah, the fakey love is not that bad. Can't even remember how it goes. I actually have to bring it up and listen to it because it's that fucking forgettable that I've just forgotten what the song goes like. Yeah, the intro's pretty good. I mean, it's nice moody guitar and stuff. You know, it sounds like it's actually going somewhere kind of cool in the first, 30 seconds or so. speed isn't even. It's got those fast wipeouts. Yeah, it's just not. From here onward, it doesn't really do anything great. I think I forgettable. Bloody last week I had it on the stream. I remember making fun of the stupid rap float that goes like this, and yeah. So anyway, that's enough of that. There you go. So yeah, boring, innit? Yeah, BTS, they just, I don't know. I don't really understand why this group got so big. I guess it is the marketing. The marketing, from what I didn't follow any of it, but apparently the marketing was very good on social media. I think that might have had a fair bit to do with it. I mean, it's kind of cool that a group not on the big three is now the biggest group in K-pop. I mean, that side of it's really kind of good, just to shake things up a bit. But then is it really that good? I mean, are they really any different to the other labels? Probably not. You know, I mean, all these labels are all the same. They all, you know, fuck people over in very varying degrees. So yeah, I don't really get it. And I mean, 75% personality of who? The performers? I mean, really, any girls or any guys in any K-pop group are really doing the same shit. So, I mean, I don't see BTS really doing anything in terms of their rapport with their fans or whatever that's any different to anyone else. Write some political stuff. Like what? I don't know what people want me to write. I try and, I mean, I don't really... There's too much politics on the internet these days. Like, way too much. You know, everyone thinks they're fucking political scientists or some shit. And they, just like everyone thinks they know how to run a K-pop group, and everyone wants to be CEO of a K-pop label. Everyone thinks they know how to run a country as well, which is pretty funny. And, you know, I'm sure it's a lot more complicated than people realise. You know, don't think anyone wants to borrow your political opinions. You know, that's for all of BAP's popularity. Was BAP that popular though, really? Maybe Big Bang left over. Maybe it's just good timing. Partly marketing and partly just timing. That, you know, you know, there's a bit of a hole in the market, I guess, with, you know, Big Bang leaving and stuff like that. I wonder if the new military rule changed the Korean boy group market. Yeah, there's something now where they can only travel so many times or some crap. I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Not following it, but maybe they'll just enlist first and then do the boy thing. But then they're not young anymore, so who knows. I think that particular latest rule is probably, they probably didn't really have K-pop in mind when they thought about it. So there might be some exemptions or whatever. Who knows? I think Korea sort of, you know, is into the soft power and all that sort of crap. So they'll probably find a way to work around it. So so it just doesn't fuck up the K-pop groups too hard. Probably the first thing that happened when that rule came through is, you know, the guys at SM probably got on the phone with the Korean government and said, "What the fuck are you doing? What are we going to do?" And then they probably worked something out. So, and then once they work something out, then probably the other groups will be able to ride on that. Anyway, that'll do. That's enough. Thank you for watching once again. I will be back. Don't forget to do the objectification survey if you haven't. That's going quite well, unlike the stream box, which no one is using at all. I've got 458 responses so far in the objectification survey. Well, that's pretty good. Last year's one was 479, and I haven't actually done any reminders for this one yet. So it'll probably be over 479 once I finally close it off. So we're actually tracking about the same as last year, which is great. Going to take me forever to compile it all, of course. But I will get around to that. And yeah, maybe one who's going to win again. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? I don't know. But it's up to you guys. If you want something to happen on that server, then you've got to vote. So make sure you do it. And if you, and if you want to exercise the power of K-pop fandoms, just link the survey out there. Just tell them, hey, here's this thing. Go vote for whoever. I'm sure that, some of you will be doing that for, I don't know, Luna, G-Friend, whatever. If you want your buyers to win, make it happen. You're on control. Anyway, that's it. I'll be back next week with more. Next week I'll have, I don't know, some more stupid shit. I will have hopefully started actually have some results posted for objectification by then, at least, probably not all of them, but at least some of them. And I was going to do the third Honey Popcorn girl, Momo Sakura, this week. That was going to be the post this weekend, but then I looked her up, and she's only got like about half a dozen videos, so I'm going to wait. Right now she's churning out videos like one a week or something like that, so she's pretty active, so I think I'll wait for her to do a few more, and then I'll just review them all in one clump like I did with the other two girls. Anyway, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed this. And I'm not going to be doing any streaming after this. I've got some shit to do tonight. Maybe I'll do a game stream later. I don't know. Probably not though. And yeah, so I'll be back next week. Have fun team.